Yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's up with you guys today? Welcome to the channel. Good boys back on another video for you guys today. Hope you all are in good health mentally and physically. As today, we're gonna have some fun with the game. As I always say, you gotta make your own fun when it comes to this very toxic, very frustrating game. And the way I have fun is by building like just fun squads, passion projects in general. People like, but you have Holland. That's not a passion project. You gotta understand what passion is. Passion is having like players who you actually like on your team. Sometimes it's going to be meta players. Holland is a meta player, but Holland's also players that I actually like IRL. So things like Kanate, I like him IRL, so therefore he's in the squad. But today, the biggest focus is on 3 players: David de Gea, who is finally back into the game; Gavi, who SBC just came out; and André Onana, the only freaking winter wild card I've packed in like the last 2 days. Which is wild when you think about the fact that as 682 times 14s and everything else you do in this game. And I've only packed like literally one freaking one round card. Like the pack weight is like dog water. I know you have Holland. I got that from an 80 player pick, before Team freaking 3 came out. Like, yeah, sometimes you get lucky once. That doesn't denounce the fact that the pack weight is still freaking bad. Like, you get lucky once doesn't mean it goes away. But anyways, we're trying out Onana and Gavi. More so this video is about Gavi, who's 4-star, 4-star, 5'8", very defensive card. Can also play as a left winger, which I wouldn't do that because his shooting is very bad and his pace is very low. But in general, he's 99 dribbling, which is very insane. Pretty high physical for his position. Against someone who play as a left winger. 83 defense, pretty decent. He has every defending play style, which is nuts to think about. No scoring play styles. Again, another reason why you wouldn't want to play him as a left winger. One passing play style for a Barcelona player is wild. Like, just a Barca player. You can give him freaking, that tiki-taka and maybe like a freaking incisive pass or a freaking ping pass wouldn't really hurt. He has 1 ball control and 1 physical. Like, as I always say, you'll notice what's not there. And if anything, when it comes to Gavi, we're gonna play him as a holding mid. If there's anything we're going to notice about him, it might be any kind of like lack of stamina or lack of maybe like press proven will probably help him out. I know he has relentless, so he shouldn't have an issue with stamina. His base stamina is 86, so we'll see. Then for Onana, we have a hog on him because you can't get 100 in this game. Like, is sniping 100 is pulling teeth in this game. So we have hogs and people who would prefer to have hunters on. I would rather have a hunter on Onana. I'd rather have a hunter on Paul Scholes, but we need the pace boost, need the shooting boost, so we're going with Honk, which gets his physical to 190, which is weird. But we get that shooting up, we get the physical up. Also when it comes to Onana, he has winger plus, then he has inside forward plus, white winger plus, and then winger plus is the right mid. Play styles wise, he has finesse. We're on the wrong player. I think was that just a visual glitch? Yeah, he has finesse shot plus, power shot, power header, whip pass, long ball, and ping pong. He also has some good play styles. And then relentless as well. This card can actually, he's a tall dude for the position, but honestly, just potential wise, especially at 87, one Evo can make this guy actually pretty nice. Just stat wise. But yeah, he's 4-star, 3-star, which is not good when it comes to the fact he's 3-star. But there's if you want to get that higher. If it fits him, I think it's like 86, no, it's 88 max. You can get him a 4-star weak foot if you want to, with one of the objectives. Then, of course, the other man of the hour is David de Gea, former Manchester United player, has sweeper keeper plus, and then goalkeeper plus. Play styles, he has rush out. Is that rush out? No, it's deflector, and then he has footwork and far throw. Nice. Got a glove on him just to increase some things. 6'4", so he got some size with him. So we got a United keeper at right wing and a United keeper in net. So let's see if we have some fun with that. We did buy a head to try him out. So we're probably going to just use him, sell him. Playing a 4-3-3 bracket 4. As y'all know, I love a 4-3-3. So let's get against the rivals and see if we can cook with this random ass squad. We'll go to Scholes with that. Nice game. Appreciate your bad passing. Get some Gavi.
Try pushing forward with options available. Textbook closing down, and now Paul Scholes. He certainly does alone. Rooney.
Won't take a power shot right there to get registered at all.
You've got to say it has been coming. Long way out.
Oh, the bad angle.
The chance to extend their advantage. Something from here. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Oh, good looking run.
Didn't register the power finesse shot.
The ball away.
Cool, cool, cool. That goes in net if it registers. I'm having issues in this game lately where my right bumper isn't registering when I'm trying to do inputs.
An awful lot of green.
I'm trying to switch to freaking characters. I like to switch to character.
Laura George. Guijaro.
Honestly, there's too much midfield space. We might need to switch to like something that gives us more space in midfield. I mean, more space that can like clog up the midfield a little bit because there's too much freaking space in midfield. Trying to go right to freaking. Hey man, if this game allowed me to freaking pass, like it's ridiculous how like it's nuts. I can't explain it. I can't explain this game's inability to allow me to freaking pass. One thing about Onana that I'm noticing, Onana's freaking like AI. He does not freaking like make any like actual movements. He kind of like, even though we have him on inside forward attack, he's not really moving as someone who plays on inside forward attack.
She's done well to get past. They won't be going any further. Nicely won.
Like his AI is still playing like, as like a basic freaking winger. The ball and just stand still. My players cannot react after they get the ball. They just stand there. And I also love how how Holland is just so far pushed up. Like, why is Holland so far pushed up?
Wayne Rooney. Di Roberto. Oh, worth a shot. Arioelo. Paul Scholes.
There's a goal for Onana.
To put them in front. To avert the danger. Pride with acres of space to attack. Players waiting in the center.
Bruh. I hit the button to do a freaking a pass straight to freaking Di Roberto. Like I'm having delays and it's and it's so annoying playing this game with delays. Like it's the worst. When you have delays, it's unbearable. I think next FC game I might have to switch to PC. I heard like it's laggy on PC, but like this responsiveness on console is just so fucking bad.
For him, clinical with his finish, but he's maintained an intensity to his performance. He'll be looking to keep that going in the second half.
It's there! Hope restored! Roberto.
That's about 1/3 of the cost of a gas car that gets
Now there might be a chance if they keep it moving.
Additionally, maintenance costs can be lower since EVs have fewer moving parts than regular gas-fueled cars. For more information on the latest
The equalizer.
Bang game, Onana.
A few minutes from down and out to...
Bruh, like I hit A to pass that ball the second I got the ball to him. This game is so bad. I'm gonna go to Selma. Like you see all that space that Selma has on that freaking left side, and the ball, the game decides, oh, you want to just pass it like in such a weird way. There's a lot of space. Someone's open by herself, and there's a lot of space, and the game's just like, yeah, we're just gonna have you freaking pass that ball in the most weird freaking way possible instead of just directly to the freaking player. This game ends in a fucking draw and it shouldn't, be honest with you. We're dealing with a lot of freaking delays. We're also just having like just the world's dumbest freaking passing happen for us. Like honestly, the team's not working. Like the way that it is right now, it's not working. At least in today's gameplay does not want you having freaking fun, like at all. We're not playing with gameplay that wants you freaking having fun. Like you can't play with a fun squad in bad gameplay. Like usually we can like run around with a fun squad and get shit done, but right now in this gameplay you can't. So what we're going to end up doing, we're going to change formations and see if this team does better that way. Onana's getting some goals finally, like he's starting to like score some late goals, but yeah, I don't know, I think his finesse shot is kind of fraudulent. He doesn't have like that curve that like a Griezmann or even like Salma has, where it's like you have a lot of faith that he can smash those outside the box shots.
Gavi starts alongside Casemiro in the heart of midfield, and they'll play with a lone striker up front.
Guide through a goal.
Well, that hasn't in front already.
Gavi's still in. We have the guy playing as a deep line playmaker. I don't think he has that for himself, but we have him playing as a deep line playmaker.
Score 1-0.
We also put Casemiro in. They're playing like an actual DM. That is, as much as Gavi's been doing very, very good, but he's I don't know. It's kind of hard to like make it make sense when it comes to like, you know, someone who's a good player at the position that they play, but you kind of feel like they shouldn't be playing as a holding. Also, he doesn't have DM in general. I'm trying to go to freak swing with that ball. Oh my god, this game's passing has just been utter awful today. Utter awful today. Honestly, I thought I was gonna lose the ball right there. That's why I took that shot. I didn't take the shot. I thought I was gonna lose the ball, so I freaking went ahead and Jesus Christ. I hit beating to like try to do a tackle because I thought I lost the ball. I don't freaking just spam freaking Vinny. Alright, trying to just do that to the person in front of me. It's been like the weirdest passing day. Trying to go to Smith with that. And he just falls, going for the ball.
Roberto coming away with the ball. See Roberto being afforded plenty of room here. Genuine chance.
See what happens when we can actually pass the fucking ball to who we want to pass the ball to.
What a position to be in.
Jesus Christ, man, this game's passing is like just pathetic. Right there, Gavi should have freaking maintained possession of freaking ball. Not to curve that to the freaking the flank, but of course this game's this game. Like they fixed dribbling in this game, and thank you for doing that. But like, please EA fix passing.
Kelly Smith. She's being urged to shoot.
Offsides. That's the issue I've been having with Onana. He just stands offsides all the time.
So tight.
He just always offsides. Like most freaking players, like they'll get back onside when they notice they're in an offside position. That didn't really just finesse shot. Cool.
Race get better over time. Not many. Tesla uses its OTA
Right,
update
finding
technology
space on the
not
flank.
only to improve safety, but to add
What a
convenience
chance.
Oh, nice from Onana. Sorry, just ad playing for this YouTube freaking lo-fi.
Game restarts amid state.
My go-to lo-fi freaking soundtrack. I like it. It's R6. I get movement out of Onana when he's not offsides. He tends to be offsides a lot, but we get movement out of him finally. The one thing that we made a change to the formation is that we freaking put both him and Salma on roaming.
Coming in field now. And they want to see a shot here. Just needs the composure.
Instead of freaking having one on balance, one on attack, to have both on roaming.
Completes his hat-trick. A superb performance.
We're starting to get, you know, some movement out of Onana now. We made that change and he's scoring. Like, yeah, it could just be the level of talent just got worse for this particular like matchup. But we also switched from a 4-3-3-4 to a 4-3-3-2.
Everything positive seemed to go through.
What about this?
Easy to see with De Gea.
Too easy to keep out.
Well, she's wasted that, hasn't she? It's an easy save for the keeper in the end.
We're pulling to the inside with that ball. The game's like, I'm gonna have you just freaking.
Freedom here.
Oh my god. This is the Onana cook sesh.
An absolute
You hit with a freaking speed freaking boost.
Swapping them in. Oh, lovely skill to beat his marker. Decent chances. Excellent work in goal there. Well saved.
Wanted to go to Salma, but she was offsides.
This has been comfortable, hasn't it? That back line just
Trying to go to Gavi.
have an
Well,
answer.
even when I'm trying to use like what you call it, right stick switching, I still can't go to players I want to go to. Doesn't matter if I'm using freaking bumper switching or freaking right stick switching. I cannot move like hold on move to. I'm trying to go to Gavi in that situation. Trying to use right stick doesn't go.
Great chance here.
Assist for Onana.
Turning into one magnificent and memorable.
The game was like, oh, you want to pass a freaking Arello.
And this could be.
Who does score?
A goal to get the stadium jumping.
This guy needs to just leave. Why isn't he leaving?
Not so much given away as cleverly won.
I hate when you do that animation where instead of just
Promising.
what you call nice from Holland, but it just bounced right off of him. It didn't hit with a good save. Good save.
Keep that out.
Players are good until they're not, right?
And a good tackle results in a throw-in.
I just want to know why a world-class player is struggling with the ball. Like you see, like Gavi gets the freaking ball and he's just like trying to like get the control of the ball. It's like he's not that far from Onana to where he needs to freaking have such a hard time, getting that ball.
So clinical.
All right, let's turn off the music. Time for the squad review of the 3 people who are doing a review of. We played a handful, actually more than a handful of games. Then we played like what, 11 games? Yeah, we played 11 games. We won 4. We had like 3 losses, then the rest were draws. Yeah, today was a rough day. Today was like probably the roughest performance day I've had in this game, pretty much period. And some of it was just the gameplay just being very weird. But some of it also was just I just couldn't get this team to perform. We were doing a 4-3-3 bracket 4, and usually 4-3 bracket 4 is one of my go-to formations. But today, it was not working. I said before to like Mike LaBelle, because he bounced his last name, that when the 4-3-3 bracket 4 is one of the best formations in this game, unless you're playing in bad gameplay. When you're in bad gameplay, you cannot play the 4-3-3 bracket 4. You just can't, because it's very attacking. And attacking formations work the best when you have at least decent gameplay. You don't have to have the best gameplay, just decent gameplay. When gameplay is bad, you can't play a formation because like your midfield doesn't move correctly at all. Your forwards kind of like just stand around and perform weirdly, and then your defense, they kind of forget how to play defense. Like you'll have people like on like defender defend, but they'll play like that, like they have stopper on. For those who don't know what stopper does, it literally has your center backs go damn near into the midfield to try to receive the ball. And so like when you're in bad gameplay in a 4-3 bracket 4, your defense will do that by itself, even if you don't have stopper on that at all. But as for De Gea, I don't have to be. I know this video probably be longer than it needs to be. Usually when we do like 3 players in one review, it's a longer video. De Gea is okay. I don't think he's like crazy good or anything like that. I feel like if you had like say like Unai Simon, he honestly do better than De Gea. Like I feel like that's a better, like if you want to like talk about like a budget keeper, because De Gea is only like 25,000 coin. So we are gonna lose money on De Gea, but I don't really care. Honestly, I might just freaking keep him because it's De Gea, and other than being a Barca supporter, I am a United supporter as well. But you can get someone like Unai Simon, who's like I think like 13k for Thunderstruck Unai Simon. Let me check. Yeah, he's 13k to get Simon. Both of them are 88 rated. He has 1 less diving than De Gea, but 2 more handling, and he has a lot more kicking, and he has better speed and better position than De Gea. He also has every keeper freaking play style, and he has play style. He has roll plus for both sweeper keeper and freaking goalkeeper, whereas De Gea doesn't. De Gea does have 99 reflexes, so you think that'd be like pretty cool to have. But as I always say in my reviews, it's what's not there that you notice. And what you kind of notice with De Gea is he probably will be a lot better if he have far reach and cross claimer. Those are the two things I think this card really needs. Like when I use this card, I noticed cross claimer not being there because there was like one game I had where I literally lost on a corner. It was a 2-1 game. His first goal was a lucky bounce. Then his second goal was literally a cross that De Gea probably should have had. Like I feel like if I had Ter Stegen in or Simon in, he would have got that, or Courtois. But he's not a bad card. Like he saved me some games a lot, especially with Deflector Plus. This is a very good card. I just feel like, you know, there's just better keepers in the game. And I honestly think if you're someone who's looking into getting David De Gea, you're doing it for sentimental value. You're not doing it because you actually think he's a better player or anything like that. You're doing it because you like the player. You're a United fan and you just want to be able to build a PMP squad with David De Gea in it instead of, you know, using Schmeichel or Onana. Speaking of Onana, let's get to his stats. He has 6 goals, 4 assists in 11 games. Those aren't 11 full games. There's a couple freaking games in there where I freaking like left, more so because my game kept crashing. So there's like 2 games my game freaking crashed. They were both 0-0 games. So that's a little unfortunate, but I don't know. You could say he probably would do anything in those games, but so let's just take off 2 games and just say 9 games played. Again, we won 4, 3 draws, and 2 losses. I think it was 2 losses. I forgot how many losses. It might have been like 4-3-3. So yeah, so in those games, he had 6 goals and 4 assists. And frankly, those numbers are inflated because that last game you watched, he had 4 goals. So look at it more realistically as 3 goals and 4 assists in these games. And then he had 4 goals in the very last game. So decent card is definitely a gimmick. Like this is someone who you actually want to like use if you're like trying to be serious. This is a fun card to use, you know, for a gimmicky reason. If he had a better weak foot, might actually be like a better. I feel like this card could really like do some work with a weak foot boost. And with a hunter instead of a hawk. You know, you do notice his lack of pace, but it's not a bad card though. Like I actually think with a hunter, and if he had a 4-star weak foot, this would be a fun card. Like just be a pretty fun card because it's not like poorly formatted, and it's also like not like he has like very bad play styles. Like if there's anything play styles wise that I think would have been helpful for this card is if he had rapid or quick step. The reason why is because you kind of want those on your wingers, you know, like either or. And since he's playing as a winger, they should have gave him one of those. So like I think if you give him rapid or quick step and give him a boost to his weak foot, you actually would have a pretty decent card in your hands. It's just my opinion. And as for Gavi, who has literally every defending play style, and then he has half winger plus, holding plus, box to box plus, playmaker plus, and then white playmaker plus for midfielders, not midfielders, wingers. I think what this card is missing is having 2++s. We're seeing a lot of cards from his wild card get 2++s, and for Gavi's price, he costs more than Shevchenko, another Barcelona player. So for his price and for this promo, you want Gavi to be someone who has 2++s. So he could have half ring plus and maybe like a box to box plus. Or if you want to split it up and make it more even, half winger plus and white playmaker plus. Yeah, you kind of like for meta, you want it to be inside and forward. But for, you know, EA being EA, it would have just, they probably would have went with like white playmaker. But outside of that, he performs pretty well. You know, he didn't really get like any assists. We didn't take we took no shots with him because we had him playing as a deep line playmaker, and we also had him as a holding mid as well. So, you know, he really didn't do much other than just be, you know, the defending player in our midfield. And he did very good at that. I did notice his lack of size. Because again, when it comes to like your holding mid players, you want them to take up space. It's not just having like the stats and you know, the defending freaking like roles and whatnot. But it's also taking up space. Gavi doesn't take up space because he's not a large guy. You know, he doesn't have that you can call it aura. Mostly it's just being like a big body who just is easy to get intercept off. It's easy to get anticipate off. You're a big body because you have long limbs. People who are near you will trigger those play styles. I think it's a good card though, so I do recommend it. I don't think it's like a must do SBC, but if you're a Barcelona fan, do Gavi. If you're United fan, you can have some fun with Onana and also with De Gea. But that's it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next. Hope you rest of y'all day. Y'all stay safe. Be kind to another B-boy. I'm Archer. I'm out of here. Deuces.